major works on the program: Mozart's Requiem, Dvorak, Violin Concerto, and a small work by Schubert. It's our annual benefit concert with a reception for Dr. Ariana Kim, the guest artist, a silent auction, and our annual Wall of Wine drawing. Imagine how nice the rest of your winter could be if you had won 50 bottles of wine. If ever there was a concert that had everything for everyone, this is it. 3 high school choirs, Lakeville North High School, Lakeville South High School, and Shakopee High School will join our own Dakota Valley Symphony Chorus for Mozart's Requiem. Over 250 singers on stage for this momentous work. His last work, in fact, a work he never actually got a chance to finish. We'll hear in the midst of the performance the moment where he stopped composing. The commission for the Requiem by Walberg, Count Walberg, was for 50 florins, which would be roughly the equivalent of an annual salary for a mid-level tradesman at the time. The piece was commissioned in memory of his beloved wife, Anna. And his intention, it was commissioned anonymously, and the composer was never to be revealed. The premiere that he envisioned would be one where he would present the piece and then stand up and say, "Now, who wrote this piece?" And then everyone in the room knew their role, which was to say, "Oh, you, Count, of course." So he wrote he commissioned a piece by Mozart that he had intended to claim for his own, as his own composition. And the story about how the commission was introduced to Mozart is evidently true. That an anonymous gentleman, showed up at his door with a gray cloak on and said, "I want to commission a requiem from you." It was somebody, a clerk from the law office where Walberg was one of the partners. And then thereafter, this anonymous gray-cloaked person would show up unannounced and say, "How is my requiem coming?" He started to feel poorly in September, even as he was working on it, and became so obsessed with the requiem that Constanza, his wife, took the score away and forbade him to work on it. There are so many myths around his death. And part of it is they wanted it to be that way. Constanza wanted it to be that way. His colleagues wanted it to be that way to increase his value for the family. So they're trying to make a buck or two. He's got kids and now a wife who's a widow. And widows, no rights in that situation. The major solo work on the program is Dvorak's Violin Concerto. Dvorak's Concerto was written in 1879. The first movement is typical first movement in that it's dark and dramatic and presents many virtuosic elements of the violin. Basically, it's an opportunity for violinists to show that they've got chops in a really musical way. The second movement, lyric, sweet, emerges directly from the first movement and whisks us off to an idyllic place, perhaps by a brook in Slovakia. The last movement is the one that we'll recognize as distinctively Slovakian and distinctively of Dvorak's pen. No other soloist has appeared more often with the Dakota Valley Symphony than Dr. Ariana Kim. It's been a great joy to watch her grow from the beginnings of her career through a master's degree and a doctorate at the Juilliard School to become a studio teacher at Indianapolis University and continuing a freelance career with Nexus, a new music ensemble in New York City. Ariana is a great friend and an inspiring performer. The whole concert begins with an overture, Alfonso and Estrella, by Schubert. A lovely, sweet, and 4-minute work that sets the tone for the entire piece. Please join us for our annual benefit concert, our Four Choirs Festival: Mozart's Requiem, Dvorak's Violin Concerto, and a little piece by Schubert, our reception for Ariana Kim, wall of wine drawing, and a silent auction, something for everyone. On February 12th at 3 o'clock, please note the time change, 3 o'clock, tickets are available at the box office of the Burnsville Performing Arts Center or through Ticketmaster.